Hi there, it's a Friday morning. My name is Benedict. Welcome to the sports segment here on the AM show. This morning I'm doing the show with my colleague Seven Saki. We're going to go through what's going to happen this weekend. The major European leagues all are returning. The English Premier League got underway last weekend, but the Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A is starting this weekend. Seven will tell us more later. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo is now in Italy, so that obviously is what people are going to watch out going into the weekend. The French League also will continue this weekend, as well as the other leagues. But we have to start here on the low coast. And Ghana will not be banned by FIFA after a crunch meeting between top government officials and top FIFA officials resolved to stop a court action to dissolve the Ghana Football Association, while a normalization committee is set to be put in place to ensure football resume in the country. Now, among key decisions taken at a meeting yesterday in Zurich, where the executive committee of the Ghana Football Association will be dissolved immediately for the Normalization Committee to take charge of the administration of the game in the country. And the government and FIFA shall establish a joint task force to create a proper disciplinary governance and auditing mechanisms, as well as to ensure that persons who are found culpable are punished in accordance with Ghanaian domestic laws and FIFA statutes. So let's go live and speak to one of the lawyers for the Ghana Football Association, lawyer Amanda Kwoko Clinton. A very good morning to you, madam. Thanks so much for joining me. What do you make of the outcome of yesterday's meeting?
We're very pleased about it.
So very pleased about the meeting. And for the GFA, obviously you were seeking to get a case out of court. Now that's going to happen. But the dissolving of the executive committee of the Ghana Football Association, I'm not sure is something that you wanted.
No, it's exactly what we wanted, because the main issue in court was for the substantive matters to be heard. And we were in the Supreme Court to say that government had no right to dissolve the association. So we won to the extent that the association stays. We won to the extent that GFA staff will return to work and be paid by GFA and not government. And we won to the extent that the company limited by guarantee is still going to remain. So the EXCO are just a committee. The Normalization Committee will come in to basically just put in statutes and to oversee the next EXCO coming in. But even current members of the EXCO, for instance, could be voted in again should their colleagues have enough confidence in them individually. And the other issue that has to be considered is that we have always maintained that those who committed acts of bribery should be held accountable. And this is exactly the same outcome, because we said that government should have gone to the criminal court and held people individually liable, and they shouldn't have tried to wind down a company, because it's like you're condemning people unheard. And the proper place was for the criminal courts to hear them, and for a company limited by guarantee not to be wound down. So GFA is not going to be wound down. Their salary of the staff are going to be paid by GFA and not government, as government intended. And all stakeholders are going to work very closely together in order to ensure that football is sanitized and, you know, accountability is there.
So I'm wondering that obviously you see this as a victory for you guys.
We see it as a victory because negotiations always mean that everybody has to give up something. And government of Ghana wasn't going to back down in terms of withdrawing the case. Now they say if the Normalization Committee come in, which is just, you know, a group of football professionals from throughout the world, will oversee the next election and will be the administrators for time-sensitive crime, then government of Ghana will adhere to withdrawing the case, and they're most likely going to ask for a few extra weeks in order to withdraw the case. But they will go to the High Court and they will withdraw the case, basically.
All right.
the civil case.
All right, lawyer, thanks so much for your time this morning, and congrats as well. So that's lawyer Amanda Akuoko Clinton, one of the lawyers for the Ghana Football Association. So we have to continue the discussion. The Normalization Committee comprised of people that have knowledge in the game, and it could be ex-footballers, government officials, and football officials, as well as the committee is normally composed of an adequate number of members to be identified by a joint FIFA and CAF mission, and all members of the Normalization Committee must pass an eligibility check, which is always carried out by the review committee of FIFA. And Augustine Himful is an ex-Ghana footballer, and he joins me on the line. Augustine, thanks so much for your time this morning. This obviously is good for Ghana. There is no ban. Football is returning. The Black Stars will go ahead and play in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. The Black Maidens can also play at this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. I don't know what you make of all these.
Yes, good morning. There wasn't actually going to be a ban, but I think most people lost hope when a letter came from FIFA last Monday or so. And so I believe for now the road is clear for everybody to know exactly what the situation is.
Now, if you look at the composition of the Normalization Committee, it's definitely going to have ex-footballers on, we are going to have past administrators on, and from the things that have gone here, I'm not sure that FIFA will get some of the football people, if I should put it, or those on the executive committee onto the Normalization Committee. I mean, yes, in your wisdom, what would you suggest we do in terms of the formation of the Normalization Committee?
I think we should leave that to FIFA and the government to make the composition of persons that should be on the Normalization Committee. I really don't believe that, because we are ex-footballers, so we can really do a very good job. But some of us are competent enough to be on a committee or at the sidelines to help. Let's hope that they will put very good people together and try to normalize situations like we all want, and then we'll move ahead with life in terms of soccer in this country.
And this obviously comes as good news to all of us stakeholders in football, and I'm sure you also thrilled about this.
Yes, you know, when I saw the letter on Monday, I think it's the second time I'm speaking on radio concerning the first one was on Accra FM, and this one is Joy FM. I felt that there wasn't anything in that letter, because it stated that we should withdraw the matter from court and then dialogue.
Okay.
And so, for me, I saw nothing in it, but I think a lot of people lost hope. And it's good where we are now, because now we know everything is clear now. There's going to be a committee to either restore or try to bring along everybody so that we all can move forward. So it is good news, but as I said, we should make sure, or they should make sure, that they put the right persons in place so that we will not have to go back to what we experienced earlier on. Because soccer, you know, is the passion of the nation. I don't think we have to allow things to go astray. So I'm really happy that for now we see the way clear.
Augustine, thanks so much for your time this morning here on the M Show. So that was Augustine Ahimful, an ex-Ghana footballer, also adding his voice to the issue and the latest development, the outcome of the FIFA and the Ghana of Government meeting, which was held in Zurich yesterday. Definitely more reactions will come through as we go on, and definitely you have to join us on Sports Today later this afternoon. My colleague Nathan Lato will be here to bring you more reactions. We have to move on. Indiana Stars will be in action this weekend in a CAF Confederation Cup game. They are up against Asegni Musa of Burkina Faso. This will be Indiana's fourth game in the group stage. It's not been a good campaign for them, but Kenichi Asuachi and the boys definitely will be hoping to get a good result in that game this weekend. That will be played at the Doma Park. We'll keep our eyes on that as well and update you in our subsequent sports bulletins. But in my intro, I made mention of what's going to happen this weekend. The English Premier League match day 2 on the Spanish La Liga is starting. The new season is starting, as well as the Serie A, which Cristiano Ronaldo is going to play a big part in after moving from Real Madrid to Juventus. Well, Selwyn has got what's going to happen this weekend in the major European League. So let's start with the English Premier League. Which are the big fixtures to look forward to?
Well, it's match day 2, and then football always continues in the English Premiership. And we are going to start in Wales this time. Cardiff City will be hosting Newcastle United. Everton are hoping to make another win. Get their first 3 points, which is Marco Silva with his game against Southampton. Now, Leicester City will be playing against Newsiders Wolverhampton, who have been surprising everybody. Tottenham will be hosting Fulham. It's a London derby over there. Now, West Ham will be hosting Bournemouth City. Leicester, a lot of pressure on them. Claude Paul will be playing against Wolves. Chelsea will be playing the big game against Arsenal. Now, on Sunday, Manchester City will be hosting Huddersfield. Burnley will be playing against Watford, who already have 3 points. Brighton and Hove will be playing against Manchester United, and Mourinho will be trying to take away the 3 points. But then Crystal Palace on Monday will be playing against Liverpool. Now in La Liga, it's going to start, and we are going to start with the Girona, who will be hosting Real Valladolid. Real Betis will be playing against Levante. Now Celta Vigo will be playing against Espanyol. Villarreal will be playing against Real Sociedad, and we are going to have Barcelona playing Alaves. Now Eibar will be hosting Huesca at home. Now Rayo Vallecano will be hosting Sevilla. Real Madrid will play in the Madrid derby against Getafe. Now Valencia will be playing against Super Cup champions Atletico Madrid. Now Atletico Bilbao and Leganes. Now we go to Serie A, the Italian Serie A, and we know if you're talking about Serie A, it's going to be about Cristiano Ronaldo. Now Chievo Verona will be playing against Juventus. Lazio will be playing against Napoli. Now Torino will be playing against Roma with a lot of signings. Now Parma, a new side, will be playing against Udinese. Now the postponed games, which is Sampdoria and Fiorentina, AC Milan and Genoa also postponed. Now Sassuolo will be playing at home versus Inter Milan. Empoli will be playing against Cagliari. Now Bologna will be playing against Spal, and Atalanta finish up with Frosinone. Now we go to the French Liga, and the French Liga is also playing like the match day 2, which is Rennes versus Lyon, that won the last time. Guingamp will be playing against Paris Saint-Germain, the leaders. Amiens will be playing against Montpellier. Caen will be playing against Nice. Dijon versus Nantes. Monaco versus Lille. Rennes versus Angers. Strasbourg versus Saint-Etienne. Toulouse will be playing against Bordeaux. Then we'll finish up with Nîmes versus Marseille.
So it's definitely going to be a packed weekend with lots of European football. Monday will be here to tell you everything that will happen over the weekend. But we're building up to the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament on September 1 at the Lizzie Sports Complex. This morning, our focus is on Team Nestle. They are poised for action on September 1.
We have retained the Team Spirit Award, so there should be a new cap for this new competition. We have retained it on 3 consecutive occasions. Yes, I think it should be Nestle against all the other companies. Multimedia always has the bragging rights of host and win. Host and win. Is it going to be host and win? This time around, we are not only taking the team spirit, we are actually coming for all the trophies. Like I was telling you, for the CEO award, we have a foreign player. In fact, I don't want to mention the name so that people will from which country to know the weak point. But we are bringing a foreign player. Do you know Messi? Do you know Messi? Yes. No, it's too obvious. We are bringing somebody better than Messi.
Wow, Team Nestle ready for the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament on September 1. Seren Saki will be in a team. And as I've always been telling you, I'm going to keep. So, Selwyn, what should we expect from you?
Oh, definitely, I'll be controlling the midfield and dashing you guys
You're
the
controlling
passes.
the midfield. All right, so definitely we'll build up to the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament. Stay tuned to Joy News, our subsequent sports bulletins. Nathan Lato and all the other guys will be here to tell you more about it. I'm Benedict Tosu. Selwyn, join me. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the rest of the program. We are back on Monday with more sports news. Until then, stay safe.